Congratulations on being elected as your club's treasurer. In this video, we will give a brief overview of the 4-H Treasurer's Manual and how to use it. We will start out by taking a look at page 2 and 3 to become familiar with the 4-H Treasurer's Manual. Page 2 is a table of contents that will help you find what you're looking for, and page 3 is a list of your roles as a 4-H club treasurer. Every club and county is different, so it's important to remember that it's a good idea to meet with your club leader and 4-H agent to see what their expectations of you are this year. If your club fundraises and has a club budget, take a look at page 4 and use the questions in the green box to help you fill out your club budget, which you can find on page 12 of the Treasurer's Manual. As we take a look at pages 5 and 6, you will learn about income, which is money you receive from things such as dues, fundraisers, and donations. You will also learn about expenses, which are things that your club pays for, such as supplies for meetings or projects and scholarships. There are 4 types of club income. They are club dues, club fundraising, donations, and grants. Some 4-H clubs charge club dues to each member at the beginning of the 4-H year. It would be your responsibility to collect these dues and provide each member with a receipt for the monies that they paid. Club fundraisers are a great way for your club to generate income. Fundraisers must be approved by both the club leader and the 4-H agent prior to completing them. Club donations are sometimes received by your club. Please work with your club leader and 4-H agent to make sure the donor receives proper credit for their donation and proper documentation. A grant is money given in return for action promised. There are many rules associated with grants. If your club is a recipient of a grant, your club leader and 4-H agent will help you make sure everything is documented correctly. Pages 7 and 8 of your manual cover fundraising. When fundraising, there are planning guidelines to follow. Some of these guidelines are raising funds with a purpose. Make sure that you know why you're raising these funds so that you can communicate that to others. There has to be a reason before you go out and fundraise. Make sure to get approval. This approval needs to be from your 4-H leader as well as the 4-H agent. Plan effectively. Remember that fundraisers that are effective are not planned the day or week before. They are planned weeks or months in advance in order to be successful. Promote your fundraiser and provide information such as the name of the event, when it's taking place, who's selling the product or performing the service, what you're raising money for, and why you're raising this money. Remember to keep a fundraiser as a learning experience, but to always make sure to account for all of your money. If your club wants to do a fundraiser, page 8 has a fundraising permission form that is to be filled out and sent to your county 4-H agent. This fundraising permission form asks for information such as your club name, who the club leader is, a description of the project or fundraiser, the purpose or goal of the funds. What are you going to use these funds for? It needs to be some type of educational event. Also, the name of the adults responsible for the fundraiser who will be there on site when it actually takes place. The date and location of the fundraiser and who is making the request. Once the 4-H agent receives this fundraising permission form, they will either approve or deny the fundraiser and notify you of the results. On page 9, you will learn about receiving money. The first rule about receiving money is to always write a receipt every time money is received. This is your proof that money was received. The original receipt is given to the donor or the person that donates or gives the money, and the copy is for the club or county 4-H records. A receipt has many different parts. Let's go over them. First of all, receipts are pre-numbered. If you need to go back and verify a receipt, you can document what number in your receipt book goes with the transaction in question. Next, you are required to put a date. This is the date that you received the money and wrote the receipt. In the Received From section, you will write the actual name of the person who gave you the money or donation. Where the receipt says for is what the money has been given for. You will record this in that section. When writing the amount, you should give the amount that the check or the cash was given to you. You should write it out in numeric form, meaning use numbers. You will also check whether or not the money was cash or check and put an X in the box next to the correct cash or check box. Finally, you will put your initials on the receipt stating that you received the money. While you probably will not be making deposits yourself, you should know how to make a deposit. When making a deposit, the total of your receipts should equal the money you have. All deposits should be taken to the 4-H office as soon as possible with a money received form. This can be found on page 15. Many club leaders will do deposits themselves, but you should offer to help your leader with the process. Page 10 will cover club expenses. Expenses are things like supplies for meetings and projects or scholarships to 4-H events that have educational purpose. If you have any questions on what your club can or cannot pay for, please ask your club leader or 4-H agent. On page 13, you will find a check reimbursement request form. Make sure to attach receipts as well as your club meeting minutes that discuss the items purchased when requesting reimbursement for a club expense. Page 11 reviews the tasks or duties that you will do as your club treasurer. It is important to discuss this page with your club leader to make sure you are clear on which tasks they expect you to do throughout the year. Page 12 goes over the club budget that we mentioned earlier in this video. If your club has funds, a club budget is a good way to know if you have money available to do the activities planned or if you need to do a fundraiser. Remember, while it's okay to fundraise for your club, there should be a purpose or reason that you are fundraising, and you must submit the correct forms prior to planning. Page 13 is a sample of the check reimbursement form that will be filled out with receipts attached, as well as the club meeting minutes in order to request a check from your club funds. Make sure that you fill out each of the sections so that you will be able to receive your reimbursement. Page 15 is a monies received form. This is the form that is to be filled out when making a deposit. Copies of these forms can be obtained from your 4-H agent. Pages 17 and 18 can be used if your club collects dues. This way, you will not only have a receipt record of dues received, but you will also have this chart as a quick reference. Some clubs may collect dues at the beginning of the 4-H year in September, and others may collect club dues monthly. Remember that each club can do this differently, and you need to talk to your club leader to determine how you will collect dues, if you will collect them at all. Pages 19 through 27 are monthly reports for you to fill out. Just like a bank sends you a monthly statement for your account, you will fill this form out and send to your local 4-H agent each month as a record of your club account. At the end of the year, you and your leader will fill out page 29 stating that your treasurer's manual is accurate and up to date. On pages 30 and 31, you will find a glossary of financial terms. You should take a few minutes at the beginning of the 4-H year to become familiar with these terms that are widely used in the financial world, as you are now in charge of the finances of your club. You made it! This is the last page of your manual. On it, you will find the 4-H pledge and what it means. If you have any questions about anything in this video, please ask your leader or 4-H agent. I hope that you enjoy being the treasurer of your club and that you have a fantastic 4-H year.